We expect the uncertainty in the market to continue. Stainless steel production still expected to grow. China is expected to grow its ferrochrome production and therefore become more self-reliant. Although South Africa is a key source of chrome ore, ferrochrome production in the country will remain under pressure. Ferrochrome prices are likely to remain depressed and cost pressures are expected to continue. Our response to all these challenges is to continue to engage with stakeholders to find long-term solutions to the challenges faced by the ferrochrome industry. On a PSV level, line smelter will be brought back into production post the maintenance period, but the timing thereof will depend on inventory levels. We'll be placing greater focus on our mining operations. Cost reduction in this period becomes quite key, and cash preservation to protect value for our shareholders.
Question from Martin: what price of ferrochrome would be required to get the smelters going again?
I guess with sort of break-even prices or prices that would make sense for the smelters to get going again, it always depends on what the chrome ore input price is and also exchange rate. But given where we are with those factors, what is clear is that at current prices of about 89 cents a pound or so, it's not sustainable for us to produce at those levels, but probably at a price over, say, $1, then it might make sense. But also, like I said, it depends on the other input factors, what that pricing is at that point.
Thanks, Zanele. The next question also from Martin: when will maintenance at Lion end and when will it likely reopen? Japie, you want to take this one?
No, thanks, Tatabe. If it's okay, I see that there are 3 questions from Martin that I'm going to touch on, if that's okay. So first of all, we have brought forward the maintenance of Lion for us to be able to restart Lion whenever we are ready. What I can tell you is that the way that we are going to restart Lion is not necessarily going to be a 4-furnace operation. It could be a 2-furnace operation. So we are evaluating that as well. And seeing that we've got quite a ferrochrome stocks, we will determine when we are going to restart Lion. So it could be that we are most probably going to keep Lion smelter out for the rest of the year. So we'll do the maintenance, but we'll just see how our ferrochrome stock is going to be depleted, and then obviously we will then restart. We are not selling currently ferrochrome into China at all, so our stocks on ferrochrome is going to be depleted over a longer period. So that's on the Lion complex, but we are getting ourselves ready for that. In terms of the stainless steel production was up and growth in ferrochrome demand, we must remember that there's demand for chrome units and not necessarily ferrochrome. Now you can supply chrome units in the form of raw chrome ore or in ferrochrome. Now, as it was already discussed previously, that it doesn't make sense for us to convert chrome into ferrochrome currently because the conversion margin versus China, there's about a 10 to 15 cents per pound difference. So for that reason, we will rather sell the ore than convert that into ferrochrome. So we are, let's say, supplying the chrome units, but in the form of chrome ore. Then in terms of the last question, in terms of technology, the smell direct technology is about the one that we are now investigating the most. We are at various stages of that. We've got 16 steps, and 4 of the 16 steps we already crossed at specific hurdles. The pilot test was done. It is working, but we are looking at what will be the cost to commercialize that going forward. In the absence of any electricity certainty and obviously supply, we are not in a position currently as the PSV to spend a lot of capital on this technology in the absence of electricity security.
The next question from Martin is, why were the higher engineering costs in production of chrome ore, and what engineering are you referring to? So engineering that we refer to in the category in the chart that we provided deals with includes mechanical, electrical, and civils work. And the key reason for the increase in the cost this year has to do with a couple of breakdowns that we experienced in our operation on conveyor belts as well as mobile machinery, amongst other breakdowns that we had to deal with. Another question from Martin is on outlook for stainless steel demand and how this impacts on the outlook for ferrochrome demand. We rely on research by CRU for forecast, and their forecast for 2026 year right through till 2029 is an increase in stainless steel production of around 3 to 4% annually, and ferrochrome demand is also expected to mirror that increase. And then the next question, also from Martin, is what is your view on Eskom charging a low tariff for smelters when ferrochrome prices are low and higher tariffs based on higher ferrochrome prices? You want to take that one, Zanele?
Yeah, I think that's already something that catered for in current NPAs. So it's a concept that works, that when prices are low, then you reduce the cost of electricity, and then when prices are better, then you share those profits with the utility provider.
Thank you, Zanele. The next question is also from Martin. How much benefit for ferrochrome could be obtained from IDZ status for smelters? Japie, perhaps you want to take that one?
Okay, I also see that there are certain questions further on, also referring what exactly did we ask for from the government, and I think this is one of the comments that there was that came out on the 26th of June, where the government said that they are going to look at revitalizing ferrochrome beneficiation in South Africa, and they refer to a couple of mechanisms that they are looking at. First of all is cheaper electricity, and you know that we've got currently an MPA, a negotiated price agreement. That's already a special tariff, but unfortunately that special tariff is not special enough for us to actually beneficiate in South Africa. So we need an electricity tariff that's even better than what we are seeing now, and we are working with government to find solutions around that. And we are, in my view, fairly close to come to a possible solution. Then the second one was to include energy-intensive users, the ferrochrome industry, into what they call special economic zones or even special resource zones. So that's what the new terminology is, and there will be obviously certain benefits and tax breaks. So for instance, we know that in a special economic zone, the company tax would be 15% versus where it is currently at 27%. And there's also employee benefits as well. So those would be the type of initiatives that the government will be looking at in terms of some of those solutions.
The next question, also from Martin, is what may Merafe diversify into? And I'll take that one. There are suitable diversification opportunities that are always considered by the business. An investment in PGMs was such an opportunity, although this obviously is in a byproduct of our chrome business. Opportunities in the steel value chain are investments that would be of interest to Merafe going forward. Next question is from Tukuluho. Any update on the situation regarding Transnet and general logistics? Has this been improving, and what are your expectations going forward? Zanele?
Yeah, logistics have been a bit better for the house, and our expectation, we've seen some improvements even just in the way issues are being approached from a Transnet point of view, and our expectation is that we shouldn't have any major challenges.
The next question is from Tom. Is Zimbabwean chrome ore currently banned from being exported? Japie, do you have any knowledge of that?
It was in the news that apparently that they banned all exports from chrome ore, but it's quite easy because they are small. So they are small in relation to, let's say, South African chrome ore. Last year we have produced in the region of about 27 million tons, and we only could convert 7 million tons into ferrochrome, which is 3.5, 3.6. So they are in a position to do that, yes. But according to what I understand, they did ban the export of chrome ore, yes.
The next question is from Craig. With a greater shift to chrome ore sales, what impact will this have on the utilization of the ventures rail allocation? What is the split between rail and truck expected to look like? Shall I pass that on to you as well, Japie?
Thanks, Toby. I mean, we always evaluate our logistical chain, road versus rail, and I think Zanele also expressed that Transnet is definitely showing an increase in their capacity in terms of exporting chrome via rail. So it's something that we're continuously doing. Our split differs. It's sometimes 30-70, sometimes it's 50-50. We do have the flexibility to actually switch between rail and road. Obviously, the first choice would always be rail, but it's not always possible to do that. And then also in H1, was there any loss of chrome ore units because of the restructuring sell ferrochrome? No, except for what the Tabe discussed in terms of some of the challenges that we had in terms of conveyors and also engineering issues, and it had to do more with our roof bolting fleet, and it's got to do with the fact that we are driving safety very hard, and so we've got roof bolting, mechanical roof bolting, and obviously that gave us a bit of challenges. But in terms of units lost, no, not at all. I think also Zanele spoke about that we do have chrome stocks, and she spoke about something like 200 pieces. It's more than 1 million tons of chrome ore that we've got on stock.